Hello friends, my name is Hemant Singh Rana and you're watching in Live in English, making the language entertaining, lively and functional. In the last lesson, we got familiar with the world of prepositions and got a broad view of how we would be going about to master them. In this lesson, we will study in detail the prepositions of place or position and direction. These prepositions show us the location of someone or something in relation with another. These prepositions answer the question where someone or something is located in relation to another and in which direction a person or thing is heading. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started with our fun-filled and educative journey into the world of prepositions of direction, place and position. Before we go into the details, please have a look at prepositions of place, position and direction that we would be studying in detail in this lesson and the following ones. Prepositions in the following sentences will be in all caps. Officials are sitting in the conference room. Officials are sitting inside the conference room. Officials are waiting outside the conference room. People are sitting on the ground. Some are sitting under the trees. Some are sitting underneath the trees. There is a painting over the wooden cabinet. There is a painting above the wooden cabinet. There is a wooden cabinet under the painting. There is a wooden cabinet below the painting. The rail track passes through the tunnel. The train is going in the tunnel. The train is going into the tunnel. The train is coming out of the tunnel. We climbed up a really steep mountain. We climbed down a mountain. Customers are taking fruits and vegetables off the trolley and putting them on the table or onto the table. The train is at the railway station. It is going from city center to the university. The truck is moving away from New York and towards Washington. Martha is sitting next to her friend. Martha is sitting beside her friend. Their table is close to the door. Their table is near the door. The bus is in front of the car. The car is behind the bus. They are walking along the pavement past the supermarket. They are walking on the pavement opposite the building. The bank is across the road. The ladder is leaning against the wall. The castle lies between the hills and the lake. It stands among the trees. They are all around it, or they are all round it. There are mountains beyond the castle. In all the examples, prepositions of place or position and direction are helping us tell where someone or something is located in relation to another or in which direction someone or something is moving. Let's start our discussion with the prepositions of place or position. The very commonly used prepositions of place or position are at, in and on. Let's start our discussion with preposition at. Preposition at is used with a place when we think it as a point rather than an area. Preposition at tells us where someone or something is positioned or placed. Let's understand this with the help of some examples. I will meet you at the airport at 10 a.m. Here we are talking about airport as a point of meeting rather than an enclosure or an area. He's waiting for you at the far end of the road. In this sentence too, the far end of the road is a point. The bus has stopped at traffic lights. There's someone at the door. In the last two sentences also, lights and door are points where something or someone is positioned. Some of the sentences with preposition at that we commonly come across are: I'm waiting for you at the bus stop. We will meet you at the church. She is standing at the window. To reach my office, take a right turn at the traffic lights. You can drop me at the roundabout as there's a traffic jam ahead. You can find the information at the top of the page. Your name is at the bottom of the list. The details are given at the end of the leaflet. My house is at the other end of this road. In the just mentioned sentences, we were simply talking about the position or location of people and things. We also use preposition at with events where there is a large gathering or many people. We generally say that we were at the party, at the wedding, at the conference, at the meeting, at the show, at the concert, and so on. Let's see some sentences. I met you at Steven's party last week. All top officials were present at the conference. I came to know about them at the meeting. In all these sentences, after preposition at, we are talking about events where there were people or large gatherings. Preposition at can also be used with buildings. When we want to focus on the specific purpose they are used for. Let's see some sentences. Mark is at office. Children are at school. My friends are at the theater. They are at the supermarket. Here we mean to say Mark is working in office, children are studying in school, friends are watching a play in a theater, and people are buying groceries. Similarly, we can say at the dentist's, at the barber's, at the bank, and so on. We also use preposition at when we want to talk about address of someone, office, organization, and so on. Or we want to talk about someone's house or flat. For example, I had dinner at Steven's house. We are organizing a party at Martha's house. We will meet him at 10 Beverly Street. The new office has opened at 156 Boulevard Road. Now let's talk about preposition in. We use preposition in when we see something all around, or we see someone or something in an enclosure or within a large area. Let's understand this with the help of some examples. I know the man in white shirt. The shirt is all around the upper body. He came in a bus. The person was inside a vehicle. Steve felt hot in the hall. Here we are talking about Steve being inside an enclosed area. He has spent his childhood in California. Here it's a large area we are talking about. The common expressions with preposition in that we come across are: Mark is studying in the room. You can find him in the building. Children are in the garden. Last week we were in England, in the US, in Venice, and so on. People are in the swimming pool, in the sea, or in the river. We also commonly hear people say, people are standing in a line, in a row, or in a queue. There are many people in the picture, in the photo, or in the photograph. Scientists are interested in the sky, in the space, or in the universe. He is the best player in the world, in the country, in the countryside. We also read something in a newspaper, in a book, in a magazine, or in a mail. Now let's learn to use on as preposition of place. The first very common use of on is to show that someone or something is touching the flat surface of other thing, and that other thing is right below them and supporting their weight. Let's understand this with the help of some examples. The glass is on the floor. Glass is in contact with the floor. There are many pictures hanging on the wall. There are insects on the ceiling. Pictures and insects are in contact with the wall and ceiling respectively. Steve is sitting on a bench. People are sitting on the floor, on the ground, on the grass, or on the chairs. In the last two sentences as well, we are witnessing a contact between Steve and bench and people and floor, ground, etc. We also use preposition on when something or someone is located somewhere in the general surface area. For example, we live on the ground floor, on the first floor, on the second floor of the building. You can find something on a map, on a list, or on menu. The chapter 7 is on page number 7 of the book. There's a beautiful resort on the island or on the coast. We also use preposition on when we see something as a line. For example, river or road. When something falls along that line. Let's understand this with the help of some examples. London is on the Thames. We live in a high-rise building on the river. The doctor's clinic is just on the main road. My office is on the busy highway. Here on the road, highway or river literally doesn't mean in the middle, but along it, on a line. During the course of our journey, some of the common sentences we come across are drive on the left or on the right to avoid traffic. Here we mean one of the two sides. I am on the way home, on my way to office or Pete's house. So that's it as far as the common yet important usages of prepositions of place, at, in and on were concerned. I believe many of your doubts would have been cleared and you would be feeling more confident in using them comfortably in the future. But this is just the beginning. We need to clear our all doubts with regards to these three prepositions. So in the next lesson, we will focus on making the right selection of prepositions at, in and on in a given situation to convey the right and intended meaning. I'll be back with you soon with a new lesson. Till then, keep learning and keep improving. Goodbye.